Mr. President, the second question is put to you by the Leader of the Opposition. It is question number 2.
Honorable Speaker, honorable members, in January 2018, the then President Jacob Zuma appointed a commission of inquiry to investigate allegations of state capture, corruption and fraud in the public sector, including organs of state. The Deputy Chief Justice of the Republic of South Africa, Judge Raymond Zondo, was appointed as the chairperson of the commission, having been identified by the Chief Justice. According to its terms of reference, among other things, the Commission shall inquire into making findings, report on and make recommendations concerning the following. 1, the nature and extent of corruption, if any, in the awarding of contracts and tenders to companies, business entities, or organizations by government departments, agencies, or entities. In particular, whether any member of the National Executive, including the President, public official, functionary, or any organ of state influenced the awarding of tenders to benefit themselves, their families, or entities in which they held a personal interest. It should be obvious from these terms of reference that the Commission of Inquiry into State Capture has both the mandate and the authority to investigate matters to which Honorable Maimane refers. It is a matter of public record that the Commission is indeed investigating various allegations with respect to BOSASA, now known as African Global Operations. I, myself, have deposed an affidavit to the Commission regarding any contact or dealings I may have heard with persons who have either appeared before the Commission or have been named at the Commission in one form or another. I have also said that I would be willing and prepared to appear before the Commission at any time that the Commission would want me to hear me, on any matter that may assist them in their work. There is therefore absolutely no reason to establish a new inquiry to investigate a matter that is already being investigated by a sitting commission of inquiry. As a country and as leaders, we should direct our efforts towards supporting the Zondo Commission of Inquiry and urging all those with information relevant to its mandate to make themselves available to the Commission. We need also to support and equip the National Prosecuting Agents Authority to pursue investigations and prosecutions where there is evidence of criminality. As for the report of the Public Protector, honorable members may know that this matter has been taken on judicial or urgent judicial review. We should allow the courts to make a determination on this matter. Let's give our courts the opportunity to deal with this matter, whereafter we can then have, if you like, a political discussion about it. I'm waiting for the courts to make a determination on this matter myself, and I'd like it to be done as urgently as possible. I want to assure this House that I more than anyone, want this matter to be resolved as soon as possible so that all of us as South Africans can get on with our lives and we can get on with the task of governance in our country. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Honorable, the Leader of the Opposition.
Mr. President, in 2009, the SIU in fact found an improper and a corrupt relationship between government officials and the BOSASA group. For the past 15 years, BOSASA has gleaned contracts well over 12 billion rands from various government departments. In fact, in 2013, Treasury sought to cancel all contracts with BOSASA and have the company blacklisted. But your now current campaign manager for CR17, Mr. Pravin Gordhan, was then the fundraising, in his fundraising effort, would have known that because he was the finance minister at the time. Mr. President, in my hand, I'm holding a letter that was sent by your party, the ANC, saying to BOSASA, we want to express our sincere appreciation and gratitude to your organization for this donation and the continued financial support to the organization that is the ANC. Now, Mr. President, your organization has received 3 million rands. You were deputy president of the ANC at the time. I want to remind you of the basics in law. If you are in possession of money deemed from criminal activities, that is also a crime. So, what I want to know, Mr. President, will you undertake today to ensure that the ANC repays to the fiscus all the money received from BOSASA for the past 15 years, as those monies were in fact derived from proceeds of corruption? Will you commit to the people of this country?
Mr. President.
Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, one of the observations that were made by the public protector against me was that when Honorable, I almost said minister, not yet, and maybe never to be. When Honorable Maimane played the same sort of gimmick the last time, the public protector in one of the paragraphs in her report said, Mr. President, when that was done to you, you should have actually asked for the copy and said, I'd like to reflect on it and I'll deal with it later. And she said, that's what you should have done. She and I differ on outcomes and conclusions, but in this case, I want to take her counsel and say to Honorable Maimane, please give me that letter and I will reflect on it. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Order,